Thanks for joining. My name is Eric, and in this video we will be looking at the Tupolev Tu-95 MS strategic bomber, NATO codenamed Bear H. In December of 2021, I traveled to Ukraine to visit the Museum of Long Range and Strategic Aviation in Poltava. The museum has an impressive collection of former Russian, Ukrainian, and Soviet bloc aircraft, mostly strategic bombers. The Tu-95 MS on display here is still a workhorse strategic bomber currently in use by Russia. The Tupolev Tu-95 Bear is a large, four-engine turboprop-powered intercontinental strategic bomber and missile platform. First flown in 1952, the Tu-95 entered service with the long-range aviation portion of the Soviet Air Forces in 1956 and is expected to serve the Russian aerospace forces into the 2040s. A development of the bomber for maritime patrol was designated as the Tu-142, which was the subject of one of my previous videos, while a passenger derivative was a Tu-114. The aircraft has four Kuznetsov NK-12 engines with contra-rotating propellers. It is the only propeller-powered strategic bomber still in use today. The Tu-95 is one of the loudest military aircraft, particularly because of the tips of the propeller blades move faster than the speed of sound. The Tu-95 is the only propeller-driven aircraft with swept wings built in large numbers. The aircraft on display in Poltava is a Tu-95 MS. This was a completely new missile carrier platform based on the Tu-95. This variant became the launch platform for the Kh-55 missiles and was put into service into 1981. Now that we know a bit of the history about the Tu-95 bomber, why don't we take a look at the inside of the aircraft? Okay, now I'm going up into Tupolev Tu-95 Bear bomber. And into the cockpit. So, unlike the ASW version, this one does not have the glass up front, so that's why you see just a bulkhead here. Where I am now is I'm sitting in the flight engineer spot on the Tu-95 Bear bomber. Just taking some pictures here just to kind of give you the layout of what the flight engineer had. And across is the station for the communications, navigation, relation to the cockpit. Then we roll into the next part of the cabin, which has the more of the weapon system type stuff in it. You can see there are three stations and a toilet. So obviously you have radar, and then have tie into the actual weapon system, because this was a bomber. So we needed to have the ability to target and deliver weapons. So just kind of giving you a little more of the layout here. I'm going to look back towards the cockpit here. So three stations here in the weapons employment area, two there for the flight engineer and the navigation, and then the two stations for the pilot and co-pilot. And that is a Tu-95 Bear for you. Now that we've had a chance to look at the interior of the aircraft, let's take a walk around to the outside of the aircraft with pictures from a 360-degree walk around that I did. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.